This is the TECNO Camon 40 Premier, a higher up in the Camon 40 lineup. If you saw a review of the TECNO Camon 40 Pro, you might find this one a tad bit familiar. What I like about this phone is that despite the nearly identical software that TECNO has across their lineup, the hardware is much more dynamic across different tiers. So you may be wondering, how does the TECNO Camon 40 Premier differ from the others? Why should you consider this over something like the Camon 40 Pro? We'll try to cover all of that by the end of this video, so make sure to stick around until then to learn about everything Camon 40 Premier. Without further ado, let's get to the video.
Fisayo, do you remember the first thing in the box when you unboxed it?
That's very easy. The phone. So when you unbox the Camon 40 Pro, you see the phone in a protective wrap, has all the specs on it. The next thing you get is a silver compartment that is hiding the phone's case and a year plus warranty. Right after that, you see the 70-watt power adapter, the SIM ejector tool, the Type-C cable hidden in an inner compartment, and that is pretty much all you get in the box.
Okay, so what would you say is your favorite thing about this design?
I think the favorite thing for me about this design is the camera ring. That is one big difference that you have between this and the Camon 40 Pro, and it is very noticeable. I like how it is circular and it has like this grooves around it that feels like a ring that you can twist, but you can't really twist it. I wish I could twist it, but yeah, it's there. I feel like if you could twist it, it'd probably add like 100k to the cost of this phone. But yeah, it looks really nice to me. The color variant here is the Galaxy Black, which is interesting because it looks more like a gray than a black. And this is also called Galaxy Black as well for the Camon 40 Pro. What's going on? Both phones feature a matte pattern back, but it is more prominent on the 40 Pro due to the contrast and the marble-like look. In contrast, the Camon 40 Premier has a smoother, flatter finish that still feels very premium. I'm sorry if I ever say Premier or Premier, because it is interesting that both phones are Premier and Pro, and the software we use to edit our video is Premier Pro. Other subtle differences include the Premier's rounded edges and the flatter metallic look that the Pro has, and the curved screen that the Pro has. Also, the flash and red light indicator placement differs. This one is on the left side of the camera module, and this one is on the right side of the camera module, the camera group. Also, I really like the red blinking recording dot here. And on the Premier, it feels even more premium. It has a glass covering versus this one that just feels really plain. But there you have it. Like, those are some of the differences. In terms of button and port placement, they remain standard. You have the flash snap button on the left side of the phone, the power button and volume button on the right side. You have an IR blaster, Dolby Atmos inscription, speaker, microphone on the top, and on the bottom, the SIM slot, the microphone, the USB Type-C port, and the speaker grills. Overall, the Camon 40 Pro blends that elegant look with a bold choice of design and aesthetic, and I think it's really cool. One of the major similarities between the two phones is their durability. They both feature IP68/69 water and dust resistant rating. What this means is that whether you accidentally drop your phone in water or forget it submerged at over 2 meters, it will still function properly. TECNO also claims that the phone can withstand multiple falls due to its ultra drop resistant body. While this is impressive, I will not recommend dropping your phone intentionally at home. It should only hit the ground by accident, please. In case of necessity though, the phone comes with a protective case, which I strongly recommend using. It comes for free in the box. It is made of plastic, has a very nice texture on the back, and it matches the color in a way of this phone. It doesn't make the design too hidden, and it keeps a lot of the things that make this phone original when you wear it. It just feels like the same phone. Thanks to the matte finish on the back of the phone, it does an excellent job of hiding the fingerprint smudges, and it surprisingly feels very lightweight in the hand despite the build that this phone has. And I think this is a satisfying addition to its overall design. The phone screen is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 7i, which is designed to withstand multiple drops and resist scratches. Overall, I believe the build quality of this phone is solid, and it should remain durable for years even if it is taken care of properly. The Camon 40 Premier features a 6.67-inch AMOLED display, which is slightly shorter than the 6.75-inch display on the Camon 40 Pro. Additionally, there's a minor difference in the bezel. The Camon 40 Pro has a curved screen, resulting in a more noticeable bezel at the top and the bottom, while the bezels on the sides are less visible in the Camon 40 Pro. In contrast, the Camon 40 Premier has slightly symmetrical bezels around the entire screen, and the bezel is clearly visible. It doesn't really take much away from the phone. It also has a punch hole camera at the top center of the phone, same as the Camon 40 Pro. The screen is quite bright here, and it is equally smooth and sharp to use on a day-to-day basis. Unlike the 40 Pro, which is limited to 120 Hz, this one has 144 Hz, and it feels like it. With a peak brightness of 1600 nits, the display delivers good visuals, making it ideal for viewing in bright environments without losing visibility. This brightness level ensures that whatever you're doing, whatever you're looking at on your screen, appears vivid and true to the original color, whether you're watching movies, whether you're playing games, or you're doing anything on the phone. Like the 40 Pro, the 40 Premier also features an in-display fingerprint scanner, which is cool and fast. The 40 Premier, much like the 40 Pro, comes equipped with Dolby Atmos, delivering relatively impressive audio experiences. The phone features two speakers positioned at the bottom and at the top, which allows the sound to come from multiple directions. This design enhances that overall sound quality to get you that stereo listening experience. This is what it sounds like when you're watching a movie.
We've been gone a long time. We back now. You twins? Nah, we cousins.
Playing a game. Or listening to music. I particularly like the sound details you get during gameplay as well. The audio has clarity and it just really sounds well. I also like how TECNO has maintained uniformity with their camera setup here. They're offering 3 cameras on the rear side, as well as a selfie camera at 50 megapixels. Plus, TECNO, they've collaborated with Sony to incorporate their sensors into the camera, but how do they really perform? Well, the photos that we got here from the Camon 40 Premier gave quite interesting results. While the photos that we got from the normal 1x camera was decent, it seemed to struggle with consistency. Sometimes the photos came out perfect, while sometimes the photos seemed to struggle with clarity. But then when you switch it to the 3x camera, it's a whole new world. The photos that we captured with the 3x camera looked consistently great. The details, the skin tone, and the exposure all fell perfectly in line. But then when you switch to portrait mode, the portrait mode offers you the option of using 24mm, 35mm, 50mm, or 70mm. And based on our test, the 24mm produced the best results consistently. It seemed like the higher focal length struggled with giving consistent results when it comes to the portrait mode side of the equation. Again, videos at 1080p, decent, sharp. If you want to get the best out of it, you have to get good lighting. And one thing that stood out to me here is that there were 2 levels of stabilization on the Camon 40 Premier. You have the regular ultra steady that can shoot at 4K 60 frames per second, and the ultra steady pro that is restricted to 1080p at 60 frames per second. And here's how the footage looks side by side. And while we're on the topic of standout features, we have to talk about the flash snap camera option. This is an automatic function that helps you capture high quality images during motion. Effectively, it's eliminating motion blur and awkward angles, and I also like how automatically it detects motion and starts taking a picture. For easy access, TECNO added a button to the left side of the phone, and double tapping that button takes you quickly to flash snap in the camera app. The 50 megapixel selfie camera performs quite well both for the regular selfies that we took in daytime and the portrait photos that we took as well. Everything came out looking good. Although we noticed that the image processing seemed to be working over time to keep the faces looking smooth. In this case, it could also be a matter of preference or photo colors and styles. The selfie camera can record in 4K at up to 60 frames per second. We did it at 30 frames per second, and here's how that looked. This is my video recording from the TECNO Camon 40 Premier in 4K at 30 frames per second. Let me know what you guys think about this video quality plus the sound quality in the comments below. Now, lastly, because of its IP69 rating, if you want to try underwater photography, you could give it a try with this phone. Just put it in the water and you can keep operating it like normal. On this phone, your AI assistant is Ella, and it can be activated if you long press the flash snap button or you long press the power button. I really like the entrance that you come with on here. You know, it's animated with a glow-like effect. You can ask Ella anything with certain restrictions because of policies, but Ella tries to give you the best answer, and I like that it's also integrated with DeepSeek R1. You can even ask it about the content that you're seeing on screen at the moment. It can translate calls, make calls, create schedules, edit texts, can do most smart things that smartphones do these days. And if you need something like that, Ella is right there. During calls, Ella can also activate noise cancellation to enhance your call's clarity. Now, many of the AI features available here closely resemble what we had on the Camon 40 Pro. And if you watch my video on that, we dive deep into the AI features. The Camon 40 Premier is powered by a MediaTek Dimensity 8350 Ultimate processor, which is a higher model than the one found on the Pro version. While the Pro only supports 4G connectivity, the 40 Premier can go up to 5G in network speeds, and gaming on this device is enjoyable. We played Call of Duty, Free Fire alongside several other games, and the performance was smooth throughout. The graphics were impressive with almost no lag. Overall, you will really enjoy playing games on this device. Now, TECNO claims this device offers superior cooling during gameplay, and after playing for about an hour, we noticed the performance. Yeah, it did remain smooth and uninterrupted, but it did get a little warm to the touch after extended periods of gaming. So thanks to the powerful processor, the 40 Premier can handle more tasks, more demanding tasks compared to the Pro model at least. The phone is equipped with 5100 mAh of battery, and it includes a 70-watt charger for free. I say for free because many phones don't come with chargers these days. Overall, the battery performs well during use, though it may need to be charged at the end of the day with intensive and heavy use. This shouldn't be a problem though, as the phone took 55 minutes to charge from 0 to 100% during our charging test. It's around 10 minutes faster than the Pro version. This is our full charging test. The Camon 40 Premier starts at 694,300 naira. But keep in mind that this price is liable to change depending on the exchange rate and the vendor you're getting it from. But yeah, what do you guys think about this phone and the price tag? Would you consider one now that you've seen everything, seeing that it's also almost around 700k? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, if you haven't seen it yet, do watch our video on the TECNO Camon 40 Pro. This phone, make sure you watch it right there. I'll see you guys in that video.